Hi everyone, it's Danielle. I'm doing a solo playthrough of Agueda. This is a very kind of light game. It takes about 20 minutes to play, and you do use the solo tour guide deck. So there are 10 cards, so essentially 10 rounds until you end the game. So as part of setup, you'll grab all of your player colored items. So I am using like this pink purple color. And so you'll put 3 of your tourists in the suitcase spots. You'll put the other 3 here. You're going to put your mural tiles face down, just like this, in this section of that board. And then you'll choose your tourist tiles here. And you'll just place them on the rows randomly. Then you'll also grab all of the umbrella tiles, put it into the bag that came with the game. There should be 120 of them, 20 in each color, and you're going to randomly place them from top to bottom, left to right, and also you're placing coins in the bank. You also start with 2 coins, so make sure you grab that for yourself. The AI will be red in this case, but it could be any other player color that you're not using. So you just place it on the scoring track in the starting space. I am using the suggested shops for the first game. It's called Floors, Fancy Footwear, and Isabel's Ice Cream. And you'll also randomly choose 1 umbrella for each of these question mark spots. And then the 3 remaining of these wooden umbrellas would go in the souvenirs section, which all of these 2 shops in the souvenir place will also give you points at the end of the game. And then we'll take a look at that once we score. So the point of the game is that you're going to be collecting umbrellas, and when you do, you'll be placing them on your board and gaining points, painting your mural if you cover up one of the spaces. And then you'll also be gaining points throughout the game, and that will be apparent as we play. There is a solo mode endgame scoring card. We are going to do the beginner, so 5 points is our goal. And so yeah, it says +1 point per umbrella of the most discarded color. If tied, choose 1. So in the rulebook, the solo mode is on page 6, and basically the game will end after you reveal the final card of the deck. You'll be calculating all the endgame scoring for the AI, and then basically the AI will have 5 points, and then you'll add 1 point per umbrella of the most discarded color to their points. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So we are trying to beat an AI. It's not really a beat your own score. I think we'll get started. So the first step is to pick umbrellas. So looking up here, you can only pick umbrellas in diagonals. So you'll pick from this diagonal, this way, this way, this way, or the other way. Okay? And so that means potentially you'll get 1 umbrella, 2 umbrellas, or 3 umbrellas. You'll see there's some reminders depending on which diagonal you take, but if you only take 1 umbrella, you do gain 1 coin from the bank. So that's how you'll gain money. If you choose a diagonal that gives you 2 umbrellas, you'll just gain those 2 umbrellas and you don't gain anything from the bank. If you end up choosing one with 3 umbrellas, you have to pay 1 coin back to the bank. So that's something to keep in mind when you're choosing the diagonals. You will choose your umbrellas, and then when you after you choose, you get to place them on one of these rows. So you have to pick a row and place all of them from left to right, and you have to place as many umbrellas as you can. Any of the ones you can't place will be discarded. All right. So let's start with that step of picking umbrellas, and the idea is that eventually you can score on the colors or patterns that matches in the row. So I'm going to try to find these pairs in the diagonals, and I see one right now, so yellow and the red. So I'll grab this diagonal, which I'm taking 2 umbrellas so I don't have to pay or gain anything from the bank. And again, I could decide the order of how I place them. And you'll notice I'll be placing 1 on the paintbrush, so that's pretty cool. So I will place the red first and the yellow on the paintbrush. So I've done pick umbrellas, and then I've done place umbrellas. The third one is update mural. So you look at whether or not you just covered a paintbrush, and I did. I covered it with this yellow. And this yellow one matches this on a mural. So in that case, I'll get to flip this over and say that I painted this part of the mural. So it would be very smart of me to not place another yellow on these other paintbrushes, because if I do, I won't be able to paint the mural. I've already painted that. You have 6 chances to flip over all 6 pieces of your mural. So that would be important for us to keep an eye out on. We're going to want to have a different color for each of the paintbrushes placed. So now we've done that, we can attract tourists. So we have these workers, which are your tourists, and you get to place them on one of these 3. You get to decide if you want to place 1 tourist, so that you can score 1 point for one of the colors. So if I chose to put 1 tourist here, I can choose yellow or red and score 1 point for each umbrella that matches that color. Or I could put 2 tourists on there and score for both colors, and I think I will. So I'll get 2 points. I'll move my marker up 2 points on the track. Alright, so that was that. In a solo game, you will flip over this card of the deck, and it says discard all orange or yellow from the market, whichever has the most umbrellas. If tied, choose 1. So in that case, I'm going to have to choose just one of them. So let's see. I'll choose the yellow. So now the AI will now have this in their possession, and they'll gain 1 point per discarded umbrella. So go ahead and put them on the board for 1 point, and I'll keep this on the side. You do not put it back in the bag. And after that, you refill the market. So I'll go ahead and randomly draw 3. You'll fill from top to bottom, left to right. And then that's it. That is how you play the game. I did skip over the rest step, or take a break step, so I'll explain that in a bit. So let's see. Pick umbrellas. I think I'll pick one with a lot of green and blue. So I'll do that. 1, 2, oops, 3. And in that case, I have to pay a coin. Luckily, you start with 2 coins. And then I get to place these in any order that I want. I'm going to place it here, like this. And I painted the blue part of the mural. So I'll flip that over. And now I could attract a tourist. So I'll use my 1 tourist here and place it on that one, and I'll pick one of these to score. I'll choose the green since I have 2, and I'll get 2 points. And next we'll flip this tour guide card over. It says discard all blue or purple from the market, whichever has the most umbrellas. And again, they're tied. I'm going to choose the blue. They're going to score 1 point. And now we'll refill. And something to keep in mind are those shops. So Floor's Fancy Footwear says if you have an even number of this color umbrella on your board, you score 1 point for each of those. You score 1 point for each column that has at least 1 umbrella in either of these colors for Isabel's ice cream. And then for the souvenirs, count all umbrellas on your board that match any of these colors. Score points equal to half that amount, rounded down. So that's pretty cool. Lots of ways to score here. Okay, so we refilled, and now we get to choose again. So we have 1 coin left, which means we could probably do this one. Get 3 umbrellas, pay a coin. And I'm going to place purple, purple, and orange. And so I painted with the orange, which means this one would be completed. All right, so we completed the left side of this mural. It's coming together. And we don't have any workers, so or tourists, that's what they're called. So now we have to take a break. All right. So when you take a break, if you have any placed tourists, you place them back in the suitcase spots. Do that. And try to remember to lay them down. Okay. And then you'll shift the tourist tiles on your player board down 1 space and move the bottom tourist tile up to the top row. So that changes things. Okay. So that's what you do when you take a break. And now the AI will flip over the tour guide card, discard all yellow or green from the market, whichever has most. So it'll be 3 green because that's the most. It will get 3 points. 1, 2, 3. All right, now we refill. I find this game to be pretty relaxing because it's not, you know, high stress, but it's definitely some decisions to be made here. Okay. No coin, so it might help to get one of the ones that could give me a coin. I think I will. Let's see. Do I want red? I think so. I'll get the red. And I'll place it on this row, which means I painted this red one. And that means, since I completed this row, I get that tourist available now to work for me. Okay, so I chose that. I also only gained 1, so I gain a coin into my supply. And then I will add a worker here to get 1 point for my red. So now me and AI both have 5 points. Let's see what they'll do. They're going to discard red or orange, and I think I'll have them discard the red. They'll get 1 point. And then we'll refill. Okay. Next, lots of blues. And there's a green. Okay, I'll take this one. Luckily, I have a coin that I could spend. And then we'll place the blue here, and then the green here to paint the green mural, which means we will flip that part over and gain this worker. And I'm going to place both of these tourists here to score for both colors, and I'll score 1, 2, 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Flip over the tour guide. Discard all of the color with the least umbrellas. So that's going to be either the green or orange, and I think I'll do the orange. They'll score 1 point. Okay. I want to try to fill in this part, which would be, I don't have enough for that actually. I might as well just try to gain a coin. So I'll put that here. I'll gain a coin because I just took 1 umbrella. And then I'll score on, so you can only place your tourist on an open tourist tile, so that means it can't have 1 or 2 tourists. It has to have 0, so this is the only one I can score on. So I guess I'll just place a worker there and score 1 orange, so 1 point. Okay. Discard all of the color with the most umbrellas. So there's a big tie here. I think I'm gonna discard the orange and they'll gain 2 points. And we're tied again. This is getting tight. Okay. Nice. Okay. I think I'll take this yellow here. I'll take these 3 and I'll spend that coin to do it. Now I'll place the yellow, yellow, and purple. And in that case, I can't place any workers, so I have to rest. And so all of the workers return. And then all of these get shifted down. Okay. The tourist will go. discard all of the most umbrellas. So it'll be the purple, and that's what I needed my last mural to be. So hopefully, gain 2 points for those. Hopefully we'll get some refills for the purple. No purple. That's unfortunate. Okay. So I probably won't be able to get this unless we were really lucky. Anyway, I'm going to take wow, none of these are helpful. I'll grab a green and I'll just place it here. I'll gain a coin since I only took one umbrella, and I'll place a tourist here to gain 1 point for that green. All right. Says discard all green or blue, whichever has the most. It's gonna be the blue. Okay, so they get 2 points. And then let's hope for purple. Hope for purple. Okay, cool. That's 1 purple we could get. Okay, so I'm going to definitely choose these. I think I could choose the purple and the red. Then I don't have to pay anything. So I'll put the purple here, put that here, and I update the mural. That gets me my final worker. Awesome. Okay, and then now I could attract tourists, and in this case, I think I'll, the colors aren't matching up well. I didn't plan it well accordingly here. So I'll choose to put a worker here and gain 1 point for the purple. There's no orange. Okay, just about done with the game here. Discard all colors with the least umbrellas. So it's gonna be the yellow. I gain 1 point. Okay, and let's hope we can fill this up with something that could give us points, which would be a red. So I'll do a red, I'll put it here, I'll gain a coin, and I'll place a worker here and gain 1 point. All right, and then see what they do. Discard all purple or red. Oh, just be the reds. So they get 2 points. Okay. So at the end of the game, we will score, now that we have no more of these tour guide cards. Mural, we have 6 of them flipped, and this is my beautiful mural. So we get 6 points. 3, 4, 5, 6. And then for the shops, it says if you have an even number, which I do, 1, 2, 3, 4 greens, I get 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for this one, score 1 point for each column that has at least one of each of these. So any purple or red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I get 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this one says count all umbrellas on your board that match any of these colors. Score points equal to half that amount rounded down. So that's yellow, 1, 2, 3, blue, 6, and then orange, 7, 8. So it's going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then looking at this, the beginner is 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus how many they discarded. Well, it's plus 1 point per umbrella of the most discarded color, and that's gonna be, you can't see it, but there's 3 greens and 3 blues and 3 oranges. So it's gonna be 3 points. So 1, 2, 3. And now, empty spots, I lose 1 point for each empty spot, so it brings me down to 31. Alright, well that was it. I did win on beginner mode. I would be interested to see how it would have done with standard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they would have won on the standard mode. Well, actually, it was 5 points in 10, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They would not have 1 on standard, so that's good to know. But yeah, this is just a very pretty game to play. I think it's very, very light, and I don't mind that. If it looks like there's a lot going on, but there really isn't. This is just a gorgeous looking game. The components are really nice, and I think overall this would be a fantastic, family game. I think it does well solo. It's really not too complex to run the AI tour guide deck, but it's also, I don't know, it doesn't feel super satisfying. It's just extremely simple, and I think if you're going to play a game within 15-20 minutes, this is probably a good one to play. But there are probably better games out there for a solo experience in this timing. All right, well, if you've played the solo, let me know your thoughts. I would be curious if you've found this to be enjoyable. Maybe there's a variant out there that might be more challenging. So yeah, share your thoughts. All right, I'll leave it at that. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. I do playthroughs and unboxings every week. And yeah, I'll see you guys around. Bye.